Something is happening in Southeast Asia, and almost no one is talking about it out loud. There are no headlines, no dramatic announcements, no viral TikToks celebrating it. Yet, if you spend enough time on the ground, if you listen carefully to conversations in cafes, guest houses, retirement condos, and quiet expat bars, a pattern begins to emerge. People are leaving Thailand. Not all at once, not angrily, not loudly, but steadily. And many of them are going to Cambodia. This is not a story about rivalry. Cambodia is not trying to beat Thailand. It is not advertising itself as better. It is not chasing influencers or retirees with glossy marketing campaigns. Cambodia is doing something far more effective. It is simply existing in a way Thailand no longer does. Calm, unpretentious, open, forgiving, and for a growing number of retirees, long-term expats, digital nomads, and foreigners who just want a quieter life. That is enough. Thailand still looks powerful from the outside. Big airports, massive tourism numbers, infrastructure that works. But beneath the surface, the experience has changed. Rules have multiplied. Costs have crept up. Attitudes have hardened. The welcome mat is still there, but it is thinner now. Cambodia, by contrast, feels like Thailand did 20 or 30 years ago, before everything became regulated, monetized, optimized, and controlled. This is not a replacement driven by hype. 'Tis a replacement driven by fatigue. The end of the honeymoon in Thailand. For decades, Thailand was the dream. Affordable living, friendly people, easy visas, warm weather. A sense of freedom that many Western retirees felt had disappeared back home. Thailand built an entire global reputation on being welcoming, flexible, and relaxed. And for a long time, it deserved that reputation. But countries evolve, governments tighten, systems formalize. And what once felt like freedom slowly turns into friction. Today, retirees in Thailand speak less about joy and more about compliance. Visa rules change frequently, often without clear communication. Financial requirements rise. Reporting obligations multiply. What was once a simple long-stay arrangement now feels like a recurring exam. One more document, one more stamp, one more visit to immigration. None of this is dramatic on its own, but over time, it wears people down. Cost is another quiet pressure. Thailand is no longer cheap in the places foreigners actually want to live. Rent in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Phuket, and even secondary cities has risen significantly. Healthcare remains good, but private hospitals are no longer inexpensive. Food, utilities, transport, all manageable, but no longer the bargain they once were. Thailand hasn't become unaffordable. It has become predictable, structured, and expensive enough to feel transactional. Then there is atmosphere. Thailand still smiles, but it smiles less easily now. There is more suspicion, more enforcement, more visible boundaries between locals and foreigners. Not hostility, just distance. Many retirees feel tolerated rather than welcomed. Again, this is not catastrophic. It is simply tiring. And when people are tired, they start looking elsewhere. Cambodia's quiet advantage. Cambodia does not advertise itself as the next Thailand. That is precisely why it works. Cambodia feels unfinished, and that is its strength. There is less polish, less regulation, less pretense. Life here moves at a human pace. You are not constantly reminded that you are a guest who must comply. You are simply another person living your life. Visas in Cambodia are still straightforward. Long-term extensions exist. Requirements are clear and relatively stable. There is less anxiety about sudden rule changes. Retirees can plan without feeling like the ground might shift under their feet every year. Cost of living remains genuinely low, not influencer low, but real life low. Rent is affordable in Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, Kampot, Kep, and smaller towns. Eating out does not feel like a financial calculation. Utilities are manageable. Services are flexible. You can live comfortably without constantly watching numbers. Healthcare, while not at Thailand's level, is improving. Many retirees use a mix of local clinics and regional hospitals, including Bangkok or Ho Chi Minh City for major procedures. What Cambodia offers is not perfection, but autonomy. People make choices instead of being locked into one. Most importantly, Cambodia still treats foreigners as individuals, not categories. You are not immediately sorted into tourist, retiree problem, or compliance risk. You are simply there. And for many people, that alone is deeply relieving. The psychology of quiet replacement. Cambodia is not replacing Thailand because it is better in every measurable way. It is replacing Thailand because it feels lighter. Retirees are not looking for excitement. They are not chasing nightlife, chaos, or novelty. They are looking for peace, predictability, and dignity. They want to wake up without stress. They want their daily lives to feel simple. They want to be left alone. Thailand used to offer that. Cambodia offers it now. There is also something deeply human about Cambodia's imperfections. The country does not pretend to be something it is not. There is no illusion of perfection. Roads are uneven. Systems are informal. Things take time, but people are patient. Conversations matter. Relationships still carry weight. In Thailand, many long-term foreigners now feel like customers in a very large, very efficient machine. In Cambodia, they still feel like residents of a place that notices them. This difference cannot be captured in statistics. It is felt. Retirees talk off camera. If you sit long enough in Cambodia's quieter neighborhoods, you hear the same stories repeated in different accents. Former Thailand residents who did not leave angrily, but quietly. People who say things like, "I didn't plan to move," or "I just came for a visit," or "I wanted something simpler." They talk about exhaustion, about rules, about paperwork, about rising costs, about feeling like Thailand no longer wanted them, not openly, but subtly. Cambodia, by contrast, did not question their presence. It simply absorbed them. Many say they sleep better. They feel less watched, less judged, less rushed. Life shrinks back to human scale. This is not a mass exodus. It is a trickle. But trickles become streams, and streams become rivers. Why Cambodia doesn't care, and why that matters. One of the most powerful things about Cambodia is that it does not need retirees to survive. It is not building its national identity around foreign approval. This creates an unusual dynamic. Foreigners are welcome, but not courted. Accepted, but not flattered. That balance creates respect. Thailand, by contrast, has built massive systems around tourism and foreign presence. When those systems become strained, the tension shows. Cambodia has fewer systems and therefore fewer points of friction. This is why the replacement is quiet. There is no announcement, no campaign, no competition, just movement. The future not a takeover, but a shift. Cambodia will not become Thailand. And it should not try to. If it does, it will lose exactly what makes it attractive. Thailand will remain powerful, beautiful, and influential. But for retirees seeking calm rather than convenience, presence rather than prestige, Cambodia is becoming the natural next step. Not because it is perfect, but because it is human. This is how replacement happens in the real world. Not through battles, not through slogans, but through fatigue on one side and quiet openness on the other. Cambodia is not competing with Thailand. It is replacing it quietly, without noise. Outro spoken softly. If you're watching this because you're thinking about retirement, long-term life in Asia, or simply understanding where the region is heading, take your time. Listen to people who live there. Visit without expectations. Pay attention to how a place makes you feel, not just how it looks online. And if you value honest, ground-level conversations about Southeast Asia, the kind that don't shout, exaggerate, or sell fantasies, consider subscribing. These are the stories that only make sense when told slowly, because the biggest changes rarely announce themselves. They just happen.